Congress party has intensified its attack on the centre, with senior party leaders staging a sit-in protest outside Prime Minister Narendra Modi's residence at the Lok Kalyan Marg in Delhi, led by Congress party President Mallikarjun Kharge and leader of the opposition in the Lok Sabha, Rahul Gandhi. The protest comes in the wake of the alleged police action against students and CJP protesters. The party accused the government of suppressing dissent, refusing to debate the issue in the parliament, and demanded the Prime Minister's resignation. Several senior Congress leaders, including Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, Pawan Kheda, Punjab Congress Chief Amrinder Singh Raja Waring, Dipinder Huda, and Karnataka's Deputy Chief Minister, now Chief Minister D.K. Shivkumar, joined the high-voltage dharna. The Congress party alleged that the centre was suppressing democratic voices through police action against students and CJP protesters, while also refusing to allow a discussion on the issue in the parliament. The party demanded Prime Minister Modi's resignation, holding the government responsible for what it termed an attack on democracy. Congress party President Mallikarjun Kharge said the party stood firmly with the students and backed their demands, sharply criticizing the government's handling of the protests. The protest also comes amidst ongoing demonstrations by CJP supporters at the Jantar Mantar in Delhi, where they're demanding the resignation of Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan over the alleged NEET paper leak and other irregularities in national examinations. As Congress workers marched towards the Lok Kalyan Marg, several were detained by the Delhi police. Congress leader Charanjit Singh Channi accused the BJP government of silencing voices of protest and termed the police action an attack on democracy.
जब जब मोदी डरता है पुलिस को आगे करता है, जब जब मोदी डरता है, ये आतंकवाद है, बीजेपी का आतंकवाद है, ये बीजेपी का आतंकवाद है.
They're detaining us. We are protesting in front of the Prime Minister office, Prime Minister residence, because our students brutally attacked. And also our students very cruelly attacked yesterday. The Delhi police. Honorable Prime Minister is not saying anything. Honorable Home Minister is not making any statement. So hundreds of students, they are in the hospital. But Prime Minister is not opening his mouth. And Mr. Amit Shah, Home Minister of India, is not saying anything about the students' attack. So इसलिए Congress MPs, Lok Sabha Rajya Sabha under the leadership of
Now we have my colleague Brijesh Pandey joining us live from the newsroom for more. Brijesh, this has now reached a tipping point, and with now the Congress party outside the Prime Minister's residence demanding his resignation.
Well, absolutely. I think, the Congress has adopted an extremely belligerent stand after the kind of lathi charge we saw on students by RAF, Delhi police and others. And the Congress party since morning, especially leader of the opposition Rahul Gandhi, have been saying that the demands of the students are completely justified and Dharmendra Pradhan should resign at first go. Now this particular agitation which is happening, the sit-down dharna outside nearby 7 Lok Kalyan Marg, it is literally who's who of Congress party which is there in that protest being led by party chief Mallikarjun Kharge and also attended by both Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi Vadra and also other senior leaders. In fact, Mallikarjun Kharge and Rahul Gandhi even offered a symbolic arrest to the Delhi police. And the fact of the matter is that immediately we saw, half an hour into this particular protest, we saw government dispatching MOSPMO Dr. Jitendra Singh and also Home Secretary of the Union Government of India to have a word with the LOP Rahul Gandhi. We saw Dr. Jitendra Singh in conversation with Rahul Gandhi for almost 20 or 20 plus minutes, and after that he left from the place. So it is very clear that this particular agitation which was launched by the Cockroach Janata Party and also attended by alongside the Bhook Hartal by Sonam Wangchuk, who was forcibly taken to Safdarjung Hospital. It has spiraled into a big headache as far as the central government is concerned. And what we have gathered is that, today Supriya Sule has visited the CJP at Jantar Mantar, and tomorrow Uddhav Thackeray is likely to come to Delhi and meet the CJP who is protesting at Jantar Mantar. So, the entire opposition along with the CJP and others, they have mounted a full-blown attack on the government, and it'll be very interesting to see what is going to be the next step of the Modi government.
Right. The only other question is what happens now in terms of, because this clearly looks at a situation where the protests are, being in a sense taken over by the Congress party from what the students have been doing. And not like the students have stopped. The CJP is continuing its protests in Jantar Mantar as we speak.
Well, I think, both protests are being complementary to each other, in the sense that this is one protest which the Congress party has done, and literally who's who of Congress is there, at a place nearby, the 7 Lok Kalyan Marg, the official residence of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. But it's a simultaneous protest which is going on at Jantar Mantar for the last 23-24 days has also not lost its steam. So, I mean, these two protests which are being held simultaneously is definitely causing a big, narrative fiasco for the government. It'll be very, very interesting to see how the government moves forward. Because we saw yesterday, when the students were marching towards the parliament, we saw, the Union Cabinet Minister J.P. Nadda meeting the representatives of the CJP. But nothing concrete has come out of that. And it'll be very interesting to see what is the next step by the CJP as well as the Congress party, because going by the tone and tenor and the way the Congress party is sitting on dharna, it looks highly unlikely that the opposition parties are going to allow the government to wriggle out of this particular situation.
These are latest visuals coming from outside Prime Minister's residence in Lok Kalyan Marg. You can see leader of the opposition in the Lok Sabha, Rahul Gandhi of the Congress party, in conversation with PMO Dr. Jitendra Singh. We're bringing to you these latest visuals as the protests continue, with Congress party and its MPs staging it in support of the CJP-led protests that are simultaneously happening in Jantar Mantar. Students continuing their agitation, demanding the resignation of Dharmendra Pradhan, the Union Education Minister. Those protests going on in Jantar Mantar even as we continue to bring you latest visuals from outside Prime Minister's residence in Lok Kalyan Marg, where the Congress party and its MPs are staging a protest demanding the resignation of the Prime Minister himself. The opposition upping the ante over the crackdown on the student protests on Sunday. Congress party backing the students' right to protest and staging their own protests outside the Prime Minister's residence. Let's now listen to some of the reactions coming in.
ये पंजाब ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ जो कांग्रेस के टाइम इन्नी गुंडागर्दी नहीं सी जो मोदी कर रहे एमपीज की अगर ये हाथ है तो बच्चों का क्या बनेगा? मेरी बात सुनिए, इनकी मोदी की गुंडागर्दी है और देश को बर्बाद करने की तरफ मोदी चल पड़ा है। अगर बच्चों को नहीं हम संभाल सकते तो क्या करेंगे? ये पुलिस वालों को शर्म आनी चाहिए कि इनके भी बच्चे वहां टेस्ट दे रहे हैं।
We have Brijesh Pandey continue to be with us on the broadcast even as we continue to get you the latest visuals and political reactions. Brijesh, the opposition is out there in full force. They are not budging from their stance and they're clearly putting it on display. And that last soundbite really puts it into perspective. That's the halat of MPs protesting. Then no wonder that what happened with the students.
Well, absolutely. Yesterday we saw what happened on the streets of Delhi, especially in and around the parliament. And the fact of the matter is that, yes, there was, the students were lathi charged, brutally lathi charged, and there were also several people, in plainclothes without wearing any kind of name tag, without any, any identification. Or you cannot make out whether they are private people or somebody from Delhi police in civvies, and yet they were wielding batons. They resorted to lathi charge on students, and the kind of brutality that was exhibited, I think what the member of parliament said kind of fits in perfectly, pictures the entire sentiment correctly. The fact of the matter is that the opposition also feels that this is one issue on which they have got a handle on the government, and going by the fact that the government, which did not send any representative to meet the CJP or Sonam Wangchuk, who has been on fast unto death, immediately realized the situation, and that is the reason why yesterday we saw JP Nadda engaging in that meeting. However, the outcome of that meeting was not not satisfactory, both for CJP as well as the government of India. But now Rahul Gandhi and others upping the ante, and the fact that government has to dispatch MOS, PMO, and also Home Secretary to pacify them, to request them to call off the protest from there, clearly shows that the government is reeling under protest as far as this particular protest against Dharmendra Pradhan and others are going on.
The only question left to be asked is this, Brijesh, before we let you go. What happens next when it comes to the CJP itself? I mean, there is so much of hope being pinned on the fact that this is the real grassroots level protest that is, that wants to revolutionize the system in the country, starting with the education system. So a lot of questions around, what and how the CJP does from here on.
Well, I think it's a work in progress, Krishna. The party was formed after the remark of Chief Justice of India, and that people who are protesting on the streets are like cockroaches. Though he later said that the media misinterpreted and reported his remark, the fact of the matter is that this entire CJP has been born out of that particular remark, and they have been sitting on dharna for the last 22 days. So it's a work in progress, and I think as soon as the outcome of this particular agitation is also going to decide what is the future of the CJP is going to be in the long run.
The outcome of these protests will definitely decide, where CJP goes with it. But in the meanwhile, this is a real problem in the hands as far as the government is concerned, and the pressure from the opposition. You even heard today, TVK minister in Tamil Nadu also, voicing support for the student-led protests in Jantar Mantar. So support is going to continue pouring in. It won't be just the Congress party leading it, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. We have seen, Samajwadi Party leader Dimple Yadav yesterday, they're expressing her solidarity with the students who are protesting. And not only that, we saw Supriya Sule, we saw Pawan Kheda, several, opposition leaders visiting the students at Jantar Mantar and expressing their solidarity. We have also been given to understand that Uddhav Thackeray is likely to visit the CJP at Jantar Mantar tomorrow. So all the opposition parties have now, in a way or other, galvanized behind the protesting students. And the visuals of yesterday did not do the government any good, and portrayed Delhi police in an extremely poor light. So this has further, angered and inflamed the student sentiments, and that is the reason why you may not see, enough numbers, but there's enough sentiment on the ground to motivate this protest forward, and they have absolute support of the entire opposition as far as, the parliament is concerned.
Brijesh, if I were to ask you at this stage, what do you think is going to be the government's next move? Is it even a possibility that we could see that there could be a sacking of an education minister?
Well, that's highly unlikely, because, if you follow the pattern of Narendra Modi government for the last 12 years, they have not acted under pressure. Because, one of the dominant thought process of the government is that if you give in to street pressure one time, then that's a very slippery slope, and they would not want to take that route. But one thing is also clear, that, what has happened yesterday, and the fact that there is a groundswell of support for the protesting students, the government will have to recalibrate their movement. The government will have to come up with a face-saver situation where, they can offer students something tangible, which can be a win-win situation, both for the government as well as the protesting student, and allow a leeway out of this logjam. Otherwise, the government is definitely caught in a narrative bind for sure. So I honestly, I don't think that education minister is going to resign. But what I do believe is that the government might come up with a face-saving measure, something which will allow the government as well as the students to get out of this logjam.
Brijesh, we have some more latest updates that's coming in. Now, as we continue to bring images of Dr. Jitendra Singh speaking to Rahul Gandhi, now we understand that Dr. Jitendra Singh is all set to meet Union Home Minister Amit Shah. That's the latest that we're understanding. He will be briefing the Union Home Minister after that conversation on your screens with Rahul Gandhi. Brijesh, that will be a very important and a crucial conversation. It will be interesting to see if right now then it will be none other than the Home Minister himself who will be having to take up the proceedings.
Well, absolutely. I think, what Dr. Jitendra Singh is going to do is that, he's going to brief Home Minister on the kind of conversation he had with Rahul Gandhi, and would also want to convey whatever message, Rahul Gandhi may have given to Dr. Jitendra Singh to convey it to the concerned authorities. And I think, Home Minister Amit Shah is an appropriate authority to take any such decision of what the government intends to do. How long is this protest, sit-in protest outside or nearby 7 LKM is going to be? Because remember, it's in Prime Minister's official residence, and it's a high security zone. So, you cannot sit there and do protest for a very long duration of time. So, all of that thing has to be factored in before the government decides to take any particular action to the protest which is going on. We saw, Delhi police forcibly removing Charanjit Singh Channi, former Punjab Chief Minister, from the spot. But I think, any attempt of force on the Congress MPs will not be good, optics as far as the government is concerned. So, it'll be interesting to see what kind of decision the Home Minister is going to take in consultation with the Prime Minister and other senior members of the cabinet.
Right, Brijesh Pandey, thank you so much for joining us, even as we continue to bring all the latest breaking updates on the protests outside Prime Minister's residence. Let's take a look at this ground report from my colleague Nivriti Mohan.
Day after the protest and march to the parliament, the Cockroach Janata Party protesters and the students who have gathered from all over the country have again reclaimed the Jantar Mantar, the protest site where they are sitting and doing this dharna. Today also, that is on Tuesday, they are here again and they are again demanding what they want in the reforms in the education system, resignation of the education minister, and compensation for the victims of the entire irregularity that has happened. Now you can see the protesters who have gathered here, and after Monday's protest and march to the parliament, they are not, even after getting dispersed, the crowd was dispersed by the administration, the police personnel. Even after this, they have gathered again here at Jantar Mantar, in hundreds and hundreds of protesters are here amidst a tight security. There is a barricading on both the sides at Jantar Mantar, and maybe they are not allowed to leave the side, go out of the side, go out of this particular side of Jantar Mantar. But they are determined and they are again here raising the flags and also raising slogans over here. Let us talk to him. कल तो आपकी बात हो गई थी ना मैम, आपकी मुलाकात भी हो गई थी, आपका एक डेलीगेशन भी गया था और जेपी नड्डा से मिले भी थे.
अगर ऐसा हुआ तो फिर लाठियाँ क्यों बजाई गई स्टूडेंट पे, क्यों मारा गया उनको, स्मोक फेंके गए, आंसू गैस, ये ईंट पत्थर मार रहे हैं, क्या ये गुंडागर्दी दिखा रहे हैं स्टूडेंटों के साथ.
मैम हम तो देखिए, हम पीछे थे, जो आगे थे ना, तो मतलब जब आंसू गैस फेंका गया ना, हमारे पीछे इतने तक आया है वो उसका धुआं, तो सोचिए जो वहाँ थे उनको तो 4-5 बार तुरंत में उनने गोले बरसा दिए वहाँ पे, तो उनका क्या, उनको सांसें तक नहीं आ रही थी. हमको पूरा भगाया है पीछे तक. जब बात मान ली गई, ये बात करने बुलाया, तो आगे की कार्रवाई करो. हम पे क्यों लाठियाँ चार्ज कर रहे हो, हम पे क्यों आंसू गैस छोड़ रहे हो. अभी कई लोगों को अस्थमा जैसी प्रॉब्लम होती है, वो आंसू गैस की वजह से अगर उनके कुछ हो जाता, कौन लेता उसकी जिम्मेदारी.
स्टूडेंट शांति से बैठे थे, एक पेशेंट था बेहोश हो गया था स्टूडेंट, उसमें पुलिस वाले उसे बेहोश को उसके ऊपर चढ़ के जा रहे हैं, उसमें डंडा मारे. कम से कम इतनी तो शर्म करे ये पुलिस वाले.